Listen, we're talking to you guys about Tamar, Braxton, and Spice situation. I've been following this situation all the way through, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Tamar Braxton's situation with Spice, there's no excuse for me. I find people who defend this stuff incredulous. I'm absolutely incredulous. And you know what I realized when I found out that other black people are defending what Erica was saying? I start to realize that it's got nothing to do with the kids. You probably have done something like that yourself. You start to find out it's not because of the kid situation. It's the fact that some of you genuinely believe that what Erica might have said either was true, and you might think the same thing, or two, you might have some colorist or racist bones in your spirit, because I just can't understand how I can look. I can't understand how if Erica Mena was white, how I'd look and be like, well, he was just saying what he wanted to say because in that moment, he was angry, and because you came and said about a white woman, sorry, you spoke about her kids. This whole kids are off limits. Okay, kids are off limits. Racism is bigger than just your kid. Racism affects us all. Me speaking about your kids is you specifically. You talking about making a racist comment speaks to how you think about all black people. I don't think it's very difficult to understand. The fact that we're being obtuse about it is madness to me. And the fact that Tamar Braxton is a black woman, maybe she hasn't been called a monkey before. Maybe she hasn't had so much racism in her life before. Because I just don't understand how you'd reason the point as, well, if you say about my kids, anything's on the table. Well, if racism is on the table for you, Tamar, and or colorism's on the table for you, then then I need to look at you differently, clearly, because anything goes at any point. No, anything doesn't just go. You know what I mean? Let's play the video anyway.
I'm supposed to say I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see it. I don't watch that show. We've talked about that, right?
That's what I got from it.
And everybody knows. Shekinah will tell you, there's nothing fake about me, because I wouldn't say anything. You know what I mean? But my job is to comment on what is being reported.
But you know how you said your job is to comment on what is being talked about? Yeah. My job in love and hip hop is to talk about what is happening at a certain situation. And that was what was being talked about.
Now, here's the only part I don't agree with Spies. Yes, your job is to comment, but you know what you did. I need you to take accountability for that. Keep it a buck. When you said that her son doesn't love her, right? It doesn't like her, sorry. You knew that was a low blow. You knew that you saying it in that context was a low blow. You were trying to hit her. And so you have to take accountability. I don't like the fact that Spice is trying to almost like play it off as if you're commentating. You were not commentating. You were not making a commentary at that moment. You were trying to hit her low, and you did hit her low successfully. So just take some accountability for the fact that when you said what you said, it was a low blow, and stop pretending as if what you said wasn't. Now, I know you didn't necessarily speak about her kids in any bad way, but you spoke about the fact that her son doesn't like her, which then questions her parenting ability. Let's not pretend that, Spice. I want you to keep it a buck and keep it real. That's what I'm saying.
Negating that, Spice. I'm not negating that. And I'm not disagreeing with that.
I say anything bad about her son, which was, how you came out to say, or anybody say anything about my son. I did not say anything bad about Erica's son. Okay,
but you can't.
And that's very true. You didn't, but you spoke about her son not liking her, which speaks to her parenting ability, which is a very touchy issue. So that yes, okay, I didn't say anything about her son, but you know what? I realized I was low blow because I spoke about her relationship with her son. That's it. Admit that. That's what you need to do, Spice. Have some balance on that, and then you can talk about the other part. Otherwise, you lose a bit of your position where people are going to be like, well, if you can't admit that you said it was wrong, why do you think this is? Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Check that with Tamar. You got to check that.
And also, let me just say this as well. Erica Mena used that example. I mean, talk about her kid. We've seen this before. I can't remember who it was last time who used that excuse of, you spoke about my kids as to why I decided to do it. No, right? You use that as a proxy to be racist, Mena, right? So when Tamar's defending you, I'm not feeling it, because Erica Mena flipped the table. She used that as an excuse to flip the table, be racist, scream out monkey noises as she was going to the car. What's that got to do with insulting somebody? Apart from the fact that it's a racist racist comment, which is degrading. It's degrading. It's degenerate behavior.
Moan at her people.
No,
because I didn't do that.
No,
I'm supposed to say
her saying monkey That's racist.
It is.
It is racist, and you are used to calling black people monkeys. Period.
Okay, but
Spice should have knocked all your teeth out.
Okay, so let's play devil's advocate, right? Isn't all bets off when somebody come for your kids? Like,
all bets are off. Or why'd you have to go to racism? Do you get what I'm saying to you? Why does your thought go to racism? If you're gonna call her an ugly bee, okay. You're gonna call her a stinking hoe, okay. You slept with 20 man, okay. You know what I mean? Like, those are insults that come along. We understand. Why does racism on the tip of your tongue? Because it's in your heart.
Sorry, I'm not watching nothing I say out my mouth, okay? You tell me my son don't love me, I'm going for your neck, okay?
But you didn't go for the neck. You went for everybody's neck who also is a black person. That's the whole point. When you talk about racism, it doesn't just affect the sole individual. You are speaking about a collective people. So it's not just, oh, I'm coming for your neck, I can say whatever I want. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come for that person specifically.
Period. Yeah. That doesn't mean she's racist. It just means that's the first thing that came to her mind to defend herself.
Yeah.
Why would the first thing that come out of your mouth be something racist? Tamar, what are you saying? You're trying too hard to try and be this opposite-ended person that you're not even making logical sense. The reality of the situation is, if the first thing you want to do is that you want to get racist with a person, when you get angry to a point when you're trying to hit them low, it's like me saying, you know what, you ugly and you dark. You're a dark-skinned dick. Why is it on the tip of my tongue? Why have I got a colorless statement at the tip of my tongue? If I want to call you ugly, you're ugly. Yes, you are ugly. Yes, you're not a good-looking person. No girl wants you. That's an insult. When I then go to the part where, you're ugly, you're dark, you know what? That no girl wants you because you're nightshade. That's a colorless statement. It's got nothing to do with, you know what I mean?
Saying monkey, that's racist.
It is.
It is racist, and you are used to calling black people monkeys. Period. Okay, but Spice should have knocked all your teeth out.
Okay, so let's
be like that. And I just think to myself, like, at the end of the day, look, I think Tamar, you can have an opposite-ended opinion. We're all here for open discussion, but I think when we as black people talk about racism, and we talk about scenarios that are pretty much black and white, and it's like, we understand that what was said about Kid, was not pleasant. We understand that it was not nice. We understand that, listen, the reaction is gonna be mad. Your kids are off limits. Okay, we hear you. Why is racism not off limits? I said this in my previous 4 videos. Why is racism not off limits? Why is that not off limits? Right? All bets are off. But does that mean racism is to be allowed? If a white person was to say to you, look, you said about my kids, so I'm going to talk about you dirty, singing, cotton pitting, would you be cool with that? Would you still say, well, all bets are off when you piss someone off? That wouldn't be your response, would it? Would be to call out the racism. Because irrespective of what was said, why is racism on the tip of your tongue? Let me know your thoughts, guys, down below. Listen, we're trying to get to 100K. So if you haven't subscribed already to this channel, make sure you do. Like it, share, subscribe. We're getting to 100K by the end of this year. And you guys have been doing an amazing job so far. Continue. We appreciate you guys, all right? And if you haven't done so, join the membership. But let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree to stay?